just, like, I'm putting in some fucking complaint today to the police department. Like, I'm writing up a lawsuit, like, a complaint, like a lawsuit. Like, everything they're fucking doing. Because that today, like, you tell a kid you're gonna get, if they eat vegetables, they get ice cream, They said to me yesterday, it took me into this up, so I just, like, woke up my speech is, like, because your tongue feels too big for your mouth with this thyroid thing. They talked to me in this room, and this is their exact words. We're going to talk to them, so we want to verify all of this and clarify that stalking isn't what the judge wants you to do. I said, she doesn't want them to stalk me. Why does it say on the restraining order? It wouldn't be there, and the courthouse said she intended you to enforce this exactly as written. Stalking includes observe, and he said, well, if she stands on a deck, she can see you. I said, I'm not in open field. I said, but she's standing on a deck, she can see me. But other people in the public can't. He said, well, he goes, then I said, that's casual observing, like, he said, well, she could do it if she was standing there. I said, she wouldn't be allowed to stand there and film and record me and take pictures, would she? Like, that's what that camera's doing. He said, well, we can't prove the camera's working. I said, Davidson, like you call him Dickinson, Davidson handed in evidence that, he's seen the field of view on that camera. If these two were like, they were playing good cop, bad cop, and it was like, I was listening about it. They're all, and they had a statement. It's statement pad, and you're right, come on, and let's, because I went into, right into the lobby and said to that sergeant, when you were at school with, that I wanted to make a statement, and I wanted to press charges, and I wanted to, like this, I said, is there a restraining order? You said, that, doesn't exist. Yeah, I didn't get to do any of that.
So what? I don't understand why they're saying they have to talk to the court to tell them what stalking is when it's defined by the statute.
I know. I said, that's exactly. I said, I can Google it. Why can't you guys just look it up? I mean, but this is why, Theodora, they know exactly what stalking means. They know exactly that I am being stalked. They know that camera's recording me. They're buying time by telling me. And we're going to find out. It might take a while. Might take quite a while. So I don't call them for a month. I said, you called 3 times in one day. I said, is there a limit? I said, then you're restricting the number of times I'm allowed to not feel safe. Like, if you're restraining order, you're not allowed to do anything that makes, and basically restraining order tries to encapsulate with its conditions. They all say one thing. They're preventing a person from being harmed and feeling unsafe. If they're not harmed, feeling unsafe. Like, all that language just basically says the same thing. Don't do anything that would make someone feel unsafe or feel like they're going to be harmed, and don't actually harm them. Hold on, pretty steady or a friggin' apple pie that I took out the meat. It's like Tetris in our fridge. Do you know what I mean? You take one item out, and then you can't put the other item back in until the other person puts theirs back. Oh, my back hurts so bad. Yeah, it's just a stall. So I called back later, at 11, like right at the shift change again, so I'd get the dispatcher or someone who just takes notes. I said, I want the names of the officers I spoke to. And I said, yeah. I said, it's a shame that they're not there now. I said, because I just wanted to leave a message. And she said, oh, you can leave a message. What do you want me to say? I said, tell them the deal's off the table. And that's it. Just tell them the deal's off the table. Because they said, would I agree to them talking to the court if I didn't call? Like, for standby. Here's the thing. The woman I spoke to yesterday said I could call for a standby anytime I want.
What's that?
That's when you call for a cop to escort you to your car
I know,
from your
but
house.
they're not going to always be available, though. That's the problem with
No,
that.
I know they won't. But you have to wait. And we had a discussion about that because they weren't available the other day, and I had to go to the doctor's because my appointment's 1:20 and it was 1:00 and I had to get to Trumbull. But if you can wait, to go to a store, it doesn't matter what time you go, but you're gonna have to go. When there's someone available, they're supposed to send someone, but you don't tell them it's okay to just go anytime. You say you need to go now. But they don't want all this. He said, you have 3 officers and us 2 working on this. He said, that's a lot of people for one ring camera.
Who said that?
The
Binkowski?
camera is the problem, not me.
Did Binkowski talk to you again?
No. When I just walked in, I gave him the restraining order, and I looked him in the eye and I said, here's the restraining order you said does not exist, but is possibly expired, or vacated, whatever you said. I said, I want it enforced. I want someone arrested. And I want to make a statement and press charges right now. And I slid it under the glass in that little, metal tray thing. And he walked into the back, and then I sat in the lobby, and these 2, I gotta admit, one of them was kind of a Viking hotness going on. And then, there was another little, the copy and paste cops where they have the glasses and black hair. So I was saying things this different room, not one of the ones that you usually are in. And they said, well, we're a little up to date on what's going on. And they kept saying things like, we don't know what's on the camera. We can't see what's on the camera. You know what it was almost like? They are, next door is working for the police department, surveilling me. Like I am moving bricks for El Chapo. I said, that camera. I have to explain this to them so many fucking times. And you know what? It's just to make you explain it. It's reactive abuse. The camera can't see anything. I said, the camera can't see down. He goes, well, mine can. Mine can see my shoes when I walk out the door. And he was pretty close. He was pretty ready with that answer. But I think it was because of Aquino the other night. I told him, I'm going to be calling every night till one of you presses charges. Yeah. I said, I have a lawyer. And, don't feel like I should just have to sit around and wait for them to be told to take it down, because inevitably they will. And he said something about them moving out soon. What's that got to do with it? Don't want to be recorded tomorrow.
Wow.
It's like the cops are really sticking to their guns to support them for having a camera against me. They sent 6 cops the other night. You know what I mean? What the fuck have I done? I haven't done anything to anyone. I haven't done anything. I live the mildest freaking life ever. I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't smoke pot. Why the fuck?
So what's your plan now? What are you going to do moving forward? Because this is just never going to...
I'm writing up a letter to the police department, to Mello, whatever, and copying everyone. That I'm so disgusted, disappointed that I should have to wait a little while, which is how many times do I go out the back door? Well, how many times do I have blood tests? I have an MRI again next week. I have a bunch of doctor's appointments. I haven't got those MRI results, which are going to change everything. I don't have them means it's bad. It means it's bad. You always get them the same day. The doctors are looking at them to decide what they can do. Maybe it's not it's not good. But every time I go out that back door, I'm being watched. I mean, it says don't do it in the friggin' order. It's harass, annoy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All of it is a violation.
You could file a motion for contempt in your
Yeah,
restraining order case.
that's what I actually was doing last night.
That's what this guy Chris
I pulled
Ambrose
up
does.
a motion for it.
The guy Chris Ambrose did it, and all that stuff was granted, and he got no contact orders put on his kids against, so the mom can't talk to the kids, and he used it as like an abuse tactic. But hey, when these abusive men do it, it seems to work,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
oh, yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Full, like, don't observe, don't look over, don't. Every
You
time
can
she gets to
you
the
can
front
do
door
it.
from the car,
You can
she
do a
stares at my house.
Yeah, you can do a
Stares at me.
I know, but it's like just you can't just keep complaining about it if you're not going to do anything. You can do a
No,
motion
I
for
know,
contempt,
I'm giving
a
them, like,
motion to modify, motion for
basics is
contempt.
I've given them enough chances.
I know,
told
but
enough
going to the
times.
police is a waste of time now. Like and especially if you're not
Oh, I know.
if you're not making a written report in writing, and if you're not getting the names of who you're speaking to, and if you're not recording the calls, then it's just as if you didn't even go. You know what I mean? Because like you
No,
need.
it's in the law. It's in the law.
I know, but they can easily erase that or destroy it or say it went missing, and then where's the
Well,
proof?
no, they're using that against me, so they are keeping the law.
No, I'm saying, where's your records? Where's your record? Who came on your property the other day and banged on the door? You still don't even know their name.
Oh, I do. That was Waller, and the girl was the girl that was there last night. A friend of mine's son was being investigated by Waller, and he got taken.
No, who was the four? Who were the four officers that were there the night when that you showed me that video?
Yeah. Oh, that was 6.
Okay, who are all 6? Do you have all 6 names?
No, I can get them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You should get all those now. Like you need those immediately, and then you need to make written. Then you got to do written.
I'm going to request every police report. Every interaction is recorded.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, with the reports, they might take a month to give it to you. You need to call them, get the names of every officer who was present that night, and make written internal affair complaint for each one, and make a complaint about each one of those, and then file the motions in the court. Like, there's a bunch of stuff you could do, like, today, and get a lot of good progress. If you want, I could help point you in the right direction, but... You know, it's nothing's going to change until you do something, you know?
I know, but I'm Eudora, I'm waiting for those CAT scan results. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's rough right now. It's rough. No, it's not good. Like, I'm in so much pain right now, I can barely, like, sit. I'm sitting down, I'm in so much pain, breathing hurts.
Well, you know, I could offer to try to, like, do some, like, if you could, if you want me to help you with that, I could help you with that. And then in exchange, maybe over the weekend, you could serve some other places that are near you. That's not the police, but.
Yeah, no, I can write it, but it's called a myxedema coma. My TSH and the TSH4 converts to TS3. I'm below 0. I'm below 0. I'm 0.012. And I don't have any TS3, which is sudden cardiac death. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing things at, like, a pace I couldn't do things usually. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in a lot of pain. And it's called a myxedema coma. Had it Saturday night. You're fully conscious, but you're not. And I was seeing things. I saw a lady in a seashell that was painting, and my daughter was trying to get me to go to the hospital. But I can remember it. But I can still picture the lady that I was seeing in the seashell. Like, this might be it. So I can do it, but, like, there's a pace. I was such a high-functioning person. I couldn't use an adding machine, and I ran a company within 2 years. And my bosses are still there. They've been in business 60 years. But for the 5 years I was there, they could go fishing and play golf every day. I ran the entire body shop, like accounts receivable, payroll. I did everything. And I was 21 years old. I didn't know how to use an adding machine when I walked in the door. I was doing like estimates and math in my head. And I never even did long division in high school. I mean, I know, but, I didn't. I was in the dumb math class. Like, super smart in science. I was in the top science classes. But
right, but I'm saying, like, if you're saying you're gonna do it and it's gonna be too much to do it, and you're saying you're gonna do it, why put yourself through that? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I will. I had stuff to do. Like, I've got some end of life plans. You know what I mean? I've been doing these. It's a lot. But that's my I finished up a bunch of essays so I could do this today. Because I am literally, like, not good. Oh, shit. I forgot to take the other medication. You have to wait an hour now. Oh, God. Like, that's not what they're not understanding. It's amplified, the trauma for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's harder to just, all right, what is half of 137 is 40, 70. So I'll take 200 milligrams. Oh, I fucking got this fucking medication math all the time. So I take 1.5 pills. I'm trying to regulate my own TSH. My doctor hasn't called me back about blood work. Came back 2 days ago. Absolutely horrible because I'm transferring from Milo. And that doctor hasn't seen me yet, so she's not looking at my results. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm fucked in so many different directions.
I know, but like, do you ever believe in do you believe in like law of attraction and like manifesting and stuff? Like, if you keep saying these things,
I know.
You can't be so negative about everything, because then it's like you're giving your own fate.
Self-sabotage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, stop saying that stuff. Like, you should be saying, I'm happy I woke up today. I want to have a great day today, whatever I can do. And that's it. And like, don't even say, oh, it's the end for me and stuff. Like, that's not.
No, this I can't control.
I know, but there's a lot of research. There's a substantial amount of research that shows that chemo and radiation actually makes cancer worse, and that alternative treatments.
I won't have those, though. They're not options for me. It's too late for those, if they were.
Yeah, but haven't you been going for radiation?
No, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's not radiation. It's radioactive. It's nuclear medicine. Not radiation, which is like an external beam. It's radioactive iodized salt. Because the thyroid, like breast and cancer, absorbs hormone. They all have their own miracle grow, like you put on plants. Thyroid is salt. And I'm like, I don't put salt on anything. I've never been a salt person. But they gave me radiopharmaceuticals, like medication. The highest dose a human body can stand is 50,000 megafaricals, and I had that. If you have that, you can't have it again. You'll just die.
I know, I get that, but I also know that the medical industry is a scam, and I know that what Yale does.
Oh, I know it's a fucking scam. It is a fucking scam.
And every time you say Smilo, I'm just thinking to myself, like, these people are milking everything. Like, they're
just denied the CAT scan, trying to say it was a follow-up. It's a diagnostic scan, not a follow-up scan, because they looked at some idiot, some job swap at Cigna, looked at it and saw I had surgery last year. So they're assuming that it's a scan, there's a follow-up. You know, like, we're still diagnosing because of metastasis.
Sorry.
It's in the worst place it can be. It's in my heart and like the sternal notch behind my sternum. It looks like a friggin' star. It's horrible. Like, they're well defined. irregular borders. You know, like the worst, the tumor marker stuff is the worst they could be. They couldn't be worse. I know they can be, but because they could be more. But and I couldn't even. I choked on my coffee in there. I couldn't swallow, and the guy's like, "Are you choking?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Just swallow, just swallow." My throat closes, and I have to wait for it to open. You know what I mean? Like if I'm stressed, there are exigent circumstances here. You know, they're not considering the fact that if I said to them, if I was asked and my neighbor was suffering, I wouldn't add suffering to it. I'd be a decent person, and I would take the camera down no matter how much I can't stand them. The camera is the problem.
I know, but what about that cease and desist? Like, I basically gave you everything. All you have to do is print it. Did you do that yet? Like,
no, I haven't had a chance to.
Yeah, that's
the CAT scan that day.
That's what I mean.
And I got shot and ended up at the police department. From the CAT scan was like 1 to 4, and then I get home 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I have the cops coming, and they're delaying. Then finally a Kino shows up. I will be doing it today. I'm doing all of it today.
All right.
It's just you have to do other things. You know, I had to call and argue with my doctor, who has a nurse. Like, I had a doctor's appointment, same day as CAT scan. They canceled the appointment and moved me to the second, but didn't call in medication that gets refilled at the visit. So when I called that day while I'm parked across the street from the police department, they said, well, our office has a 72-hour policy. You should have called 72 hours ago. I said, my appointment was today. I'm not clairvoyant. How would I know to call 3 days ago? It would have been filled today by Dr. Waynick, and I want to speak to him. I only got called in yesterday. But they put you on hold for like half an hour. So you spend like an hour of the day fucking around with these people, another hour of the day fucking around with something else that's freaking dumb in your life. Trust me, I don't sit down or turn on a TV ever during the day. I never do. But I have everything. I was sitting downstairs till 2:30 this morning, making notes. It's going. It's going to them. Everyone's getting it. After last night, the one thing they should have never said is going to take a while. But they tried to make it sound like they were doing this mass favor by going to the judge in the courthouse. And I'm like, why do you need to? Why can't you just Google stalking? It says observe. I can't even be observed. In the definition of stalking by the Connecticut General Assembly, observing me. That's the most minimum way of saying what that camera's actually doing. I opened every window of my house with the lights on inside last night, triggered my camera, and showed him, look, I'm walking around inside every room of that house right there. You can see me perfectly. My expectation of privacy extends to the backyard.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, are you going to do it? You should do an internal affairs complaint for Milford.
It's everyone I can think of, like the state reps, the Connecticut Post, everyone is getting this complaint.
Oh, they're not going to care.
And it's going to be, I'm wording it powerfully.
They don't care about this stuff because they're part of it. The news is never going to care unless somebody gets killed. That's the only time they put it.
I'm going to put, it's an end of life request. A last request that I can walk to my car and not be recorded.
It's so messed up that you even have to do this. Like,
because I expect 6 cop cars to be here.
This is
They
crazy.
were all ready to arrest me the other night over a light. Like,
Wow.
this is, when I called out, this was spurred by me calling out to Aquino when he's getting in his car. I said, you're playing keep away with the restraining order. And that, I said, your day is done with that. You guys, the jig is up. Because I know what you're doing. That's exactly what this has been. You're not going to continue to do it because I'm going to call you every day. Because you can't deny it now. You can't, oh, it's expired. Oh, we don't think it's in effect. It's not in our system. None of that's going to work anymore. None of that's going to work anymore. You're going to enforce this. You're going to enforce it.
I'm telling you, they're not going to do shit unless you start filing the proper stuff. Because otherwise, they look at it like, oh, this lady she's not doing anything. She's just going to call us.
I will be. I am, believe me, I'm doing it today. I'm doing it today. It's going to be presented so you can't ignore it.
Yeah.
I'm literally having it freaking bound. You know, like you're not just going to be like, it's a couple pages and you're going to throw it in the trash and go, I ain't even going to read all this. You're going to like stop and read it.
Yeah.
I can get your attention. And it's going to be written, not cocky. Do you know what I mean? Not accusatory, just fact, truth, exactly what this is, and that I am aware of it.
Yeah.
Like, this is what's happening. I am not being protected by the police. I needed protection from them most of the time. You know, like when someone up at 11 o'clock at night who's very ill and took medication the night before I was having myxedema coma. It's thyrotoxicosis. There's too much or too little something in your brain. The synapse can't happen. The same thing happens with, it goes to your heart and brain are doing it at the same time. Your heart will just stop. Your brain will keep trying to correct itself and think. So your brain overthinks. You know, trying to interpret vision and hearing. You know, it's like a schizophrenic, which I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hear or see things. But I did on Saturday.
Yeah, and that could be from the medication.
I will always insist on that to my daughter that I don't ever want to be taken to the hospital. So she didn't, like, you know, try pushing it. She knew I'd resist. I told her last night, next time just call an ambulance because I will resist you taking me, but if they show up, then I will have to go. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, try to see if you can get those names from Milford. Just call up and ask them who is the names of the officers that were there, because
that's part of my tactic with this.
Yeah.
Calling one time at a time and getting names. Keep tying up dispatch. Keep having people look stuff up. I have the case numbers. Every time, like, I call back, it's going to tip them off. And they might try and prevent me even writing and fight. I'm making it obvious that I'm doing this. Maybe they will just say, let's just go over there, arrest them, and take down that fucking camera before this shit goes everywhere.
They can't. It's private property. They're not allowed to take off someone's camera. It's private property.
No, they're going to go over there and tell them, you're violating the restraining order. Like they told me I was.
I don't think it's a violation, though. I really don't. Like, this is why you need to file.
You can't observe me.
You know what you need to do? You need to also file a motion for clarification with the court to clarify in a written order what exactly is considered this and what's not. But
if I have to describe, I want to get evidence in to their hands, like the printed pictures, you know, the screen captures, the actual camera that I've got, aerial views. There's actually an aerial site where you can like pan